Hello and welcome back to my channel. So since the last video I did complete all the chests and hoppers behind here and all the waterways. I just was that just took a while, so I just wanted to do that in between videos and get that done before I started on the next one. So now, since all of these hoppers are in place and all the chests are in place, we can start working on the sorters. So the sorters are gonna be exactly the same as these ones. I even have the same brown terracotta to build them out of. And they're pretty simple. So I will start first by building just one, just to explain how it works, and then I will build the rest. So first, you have to build this kind of T shape up here, so that you can put a comparator and 2 redstone up there, which I will do. So the comparator goes right here, but the tricky part is it has to be facing the other way. So to get it to be facing the other way, you kind of have to like maneuver up here and place them sideways, or the best way that I found is to like come all the way up here and then just place them all at once. So I'm going to do that right now. Otherwise, this will be a real pain later. So you just place them all like this, comparators, and these comparators are getting a reading off of these hoppers. So then these hoppers will get filled up with 4 blocks like this, whoops, and then there'll be items in here that is the item that's actually getting sorted. The one in here has to be one that's like renamed so that it won't get sucked up by any block that goes through the system and mess up the sorter. Because if the second slot fills up, then the first slot disappears and then that sorter is broken. So I'll keep placing these comparators. This last one does not need one. I should have exactly the right amount of comparators, redstone torches, and repeaters that I need, which is 64 for 64 new sorters. Then, behind the comparators, place 2 redstone like this, and another redstone back here. So then, once this pulse, like as you can see with these, all of these are pulsed to just 1 before the last redstone. So once more blocks go in here, or in this case, rotten flesh goes in here, the level coming out of the comparator will increase and it will activate this repeater, which activates the redstone torch on there. So obviously then the next step would be placing the repeater down here, and finally a redstone torch goes on the end, and that actually stops this hopper from collecting any more blocks, so that more blocks and items can't go into that chest. So I'm just going to keep building that, and while I'm building this, I'm just going to talk a little bit about why my upload schedule has been so not consistent. And the reason for that is I am a full-time college student. I go to a really good engineering school that I have to put in a ton of work to succeed at. So I spend a lot of time working on homework and other things, and I also don't want to be disrupting my roommate whenever he's working on things, so I don't always have time to record. But I'm trying to make this a priority so that I can bring good content to YouTube. But other than that, this section is almost already done. As I said, it goes pretty quick building these. Ah, shoot, that's not good. So, it's pretty simple to build these. It's even simpler if you don't have a Instamine pickaxe and you break it. But this first section is done. Now after this, I just have, what, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 more over there, so 7 more sections to do, and then all of these sorters will be in place. So I'm going to work on that for a little bit, and I will come back when it's all done. I finished all of the sorters, so now we have 16 more in this last part of the sorting system. And then if we walk through here, we've got the 32 in the center here that sort 16 on this side and 16 on this side. And then all the way on the other end, we have the last 16 that sort 16 items over here. I'm not completely sure what I'm going to put in all of these sorters yet, but I know that these 16 are going to be all the colored wool from that sheep farm that I started earlier. I still haven't finished that farm, but I will get it done, and then the wool will come straight into here and all get sorted, so then I won't have to go down to that farm to get the wool every time. But right now, I'm just going to finish up this wall here. So block off all these back areas and make the room look a little nicer. And then, just like how they were before, I'll put those end caps on them right here, which will make it so that the whole room looks cohesive and put together. This is definitely one of the harder things I've done so far on this world. These sorting systems are just so much work compared to a lot of other things. And I'm really proud of how this one's turning out. I think that this is probably where I will leave it though, because 192 items sorted is a lot. And I don't know how much more that this server can handle with just me. If anybody else wants to ever make an item sorter, the game is not going to like it. So I'm definitely going to leave this at 192. And it also doesn't help that I ran into the end of my cave. So if I wanted to build more, I'd have to like go down a layer, which would work, but it just wouldn't be quite as nice as how this is set up right now with just 2 long hallways. Getting around all those water systems. Don't want to leak water in here. That'd be terrible. I did that a lot the first time I built the first part of this. So I'm not really trying to do that again. Gonna have to put these blocks into place. I haven't gotten them yet. I ran out like right here, which really sucked, but I think that I will get those pretty soon. Boom, the interior wall is done. So now I just have to fill in these last couple of gaps, which I could probably do right now with a few blocks. But then this item sorter is completely done, except for just a few things like the actual sorting part of it. Like, I don't know what I'm going to put in there completely yet, so I'll have to figure that out. But right now I'm going to fix up those few gaps. That should be enough polished deep slate bricks. This is what's going to be polished, the polished basalt. And I really like this floor design. I just was kind of messing around with blocks and then came up with this floor design of the polished basalt going straight up in the middle and then the bricks on the sides. But it came out of nowhere, really. Running out of food. Got all kinds of food in here. I have a whole villager system that I've talked about before, and I have to finish the new one here. I'm leaving a lot of projects unfinished. Is this one done down here? Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay, so both of those are done. The next thing that I am going to work on is I'm actually going to go away from the sorter. I'll figure out what I'm going to sort in here later. But I am going to work on getting these sheep, because it's going to take a while to get the sheep from super far away and into this farm. But I'm going to get all the different colors of sheep in here, and it will look really cool, and it will actually finish this off. Oh, and I didn't mention this, but I did actually dig out this whole area in between the last episode and this one, and that is because I'm planning on putting a giant TNT farm in here, so it'll duplicate TNT somewhere in the middle here, and then maybe on this arm there'll be like a tree farm, and that side there might be like a basalt and cobblestone farm, which will just work really nice to get all those blocks that you can mine with TNT and get wood. I'm always running out of wood because I build tons of chests for things like this super huge item sorter. And I need a lot of basalt because it's implemented into a lot of my base with these paths, and I used it for the walls on one of the houses, my big house up there. So I'm going to work on getting these sheep, and I will be back once I have at least 2 of them, because I haven't seen any sheep in this area. So I will be back once I get 2 of them. Okay, I got some sheep here, but they are very far from my house. It's way that way, so I might try flying them to my house. We'll see how this goes. I don't know if the leads will break or what, but we'll try it. Ah, they do break. Shoot. I'm gonna have to drag these guys all the way back. Well, let's go, sheep friends, I guess. Maybe I should grab more. I think that I'll just breed these 2, and we'll call it good. This is really gonna suck. My house is probably 1,000 blocks that way. I'll see you guys when I get there. I got the 2 sheep in here. It took a while, and it is now nighttime, and there were phantoms attacking me when I was getting close. But I got the 2 sheep in here. Now I just gotta go get some wheat to breed them. I think I should have some at least, hopefully. Yeah, I got plenty of wheat. And I also picked out some flowers on the way so that I can actually dye them the right colors. I don't know if I have any cocoa beans. I might check that as well, just so that I can get every single color. I should have enough room in my sheep farm, or wool farm I guess it is, to get every single kind. But cocoa beans should not be a problem because I literally live in the jungle. So I'll just go and grab some of those later. But now I'm gonna start working on breeding up these sheeps so that I can get more and fill them all into my farm. And eventually I'm gonna have to connect all these farms in here to my sorting system, which is not gonna be fun. But that's for later. Right now, all I have to do is breed sheep. And make sure that I have all the colors once I have them all breeded. I think I need 16 sheep, so I need 16 colors. A small mishap happened. I may have killed all of my sheep except for this one when I was trying to kill an enderman. So now I have to go get more sheep. I'll go do that. I finished the sheep farm, and look at that. I got all 16 sheep in here, and this has been running for a while, and it's been collecting all the wool of the sheep, but I just collected it, so there's not going to be much in there right now. But it's white, light gray, gray, black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, or light green, dark green, cyan, light blue, dark blue, purple, magenta, and pink. And with that, I actually finished my storage system. So all of the sorters are in, and everything that I'm sorting is in, and I have all 16 of those colors right here. So eventually I'll hook that sheep farm up to this so that it just automatically puts them all in here. But as you can see, it's starting to sort them through. I don't have a ton of all of them yet, but they'll all sort into these, and then I decided I would sort these items. All these ones that are still these blocks are actually items that I don't have item frames for yet. So those are all getting sorted in here. And I'm planning on making farms to fill all these. And then I got all the wood types. Got a couple other items. I think this one, what is this one? Apples, yeah. So I finished on my sorting system, and the sheep farm is done, except for the items actually coming into this sorting system. So I am very happy with the progress that we've made in the episode today. I want to thank you all for watching, and hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.